So during the debate, my hair is going out of style here. I got to get a haircut, folks. But during the debate, there was a fly on top of Mike Pence's head, and just thought I'd get into that real quick. A very short, brief. Mike Pence's head. And Joey, turn off your thing. This is going to be brief because I have to get. Oh, did you just leave? You left and then you came back. Sorry.
All right. Can you hear me?
I can hear you fine, Joe. So there was a fly on Mike Pence's head during a portion of the debate, and I'm going to give my analysis to who I thought won, or, in my opinion, who was the most effective. And I'm going to be honest here. I think it was Kamala Harris, just due to the fact that I think her main job was to show the American public that she's not a leftist. Now, she's in a very leftist state and she votes very left on the stage, but what she did was she just said, I think she told some fibs and said we're not against fracking, and we're not as left as people think we are. So I think that in that case, I think she was the most effective. Could be wrong on that, but that's just my opinion. And in my opinion, I don't know if Mike Pence was able to hammer in the fact that Biden did not mention Antifa, and I think he needed to mention the riots much more if he was to be effective. I mean, if I were running the Trump campaign, I would emphasize the riots and the mobocracy and the lawlessness. Yeah, there's the fly on his head.
There's the fly.
I don't know how that fly got past security, but it did. But if I were to, I mean, I think that perhaps.
Wow! Look at that thing stick.
It is on there. I think his hair. I think that his hair is keeping it together, Joe. So
it's almost like a roach motel or a fly trap of some kind.
Yeah, hey man, it is what it is.
You could see it from this distance. Look, you can still see the fly.
And I don't know why she swallowed the fly. I think she'll die. But I think that they. I think that they're. I haven't looked at any of the campaign ads. I think they are focusing a little bit on the. I think they are focusing on the riots, and that is their biggest point. Is that Biden and Kamala have bailed out the riots. So I do see commercials there. I don't know if they're doing enough to focus on the fact that BLM, many of them have claimed to be Marxist. Actually, one of the leaders said we are trained Marxists, and she's still in the organization. I find that they'll focus on the mainstream media, which is left. With regards to the Proud Boys, they'll focus on the Proud Boys that are no longer in the organization that were neo-Nazis that they kicked out, but they don't focus on BLM, who many of them have Marxist ties and are still in the organization, and they tend to ignore that. I remember talking to K-pop fans, and I think they were Korean. And I said, you guys are, because anytime they would say all lives matter or something, or because they had Blackout Tuesday and they were going to do a whiteout thing, and K-pop would get involved, and a lot of these people are foreign. I mean, I think they're Korean born, and Korea was, the Korean War was the first hot war of the Cold War, and the Koreans also fought, had troops in Vietnam, and they were very effective, by the way. So many Koreans are very, the South Koreans are very anti, the older generation is extraordinarily anti-communist. And if they knew that that these younger guys were helping out a Marxist organization in any way, I think there would be hell to pay for that behavior, because it's a disgrace and a dishonor to their family members that that suffered and fought during that war. And then they say, "Oh, it's not about Marxism and stuff." I mean, like, okay, when the Marxists when Marxists do that, they're doing their job, because they're trying to get people to deny Marxism. Do we have a caller here?
I think you got a caller. Let's see who we got. Hello, caller. How can we help you?
Hello.
Yes, hello.
I would like to speak to the man who thinks Kamala Harris won the debate by proving that she wasn't a liberal.
That's a good question.
She didn't prove it.
The man who said that to tell me what it is that she said last night that convinced him of this truth. And while Mr. Midnight Movie may claim facts, but he can't have his own facts, as Pence said last night. So what convinced you, Mr. Midnight Movie, that Kamala Harris is no longer a liberal?
Or a leftist? Answers. Okay. Many of the answers that she gave were that of a moderate. I'm not saying that she was being honest. I'm saying many of the answers. I didn't say that she convinced me. I'm saying many of the answers that she gave.
Lying, but she lied and made you believe that she's not a liberal.
I didn't believe it. I believe she's still a liberal, but I believe that she lied.
Oh, well,
yeah.
You said you were convinced by what she said last night. That's how she won the debate. So what do you mean you didn't believe it? Were you convinced, or did you believe it, or did you not believe it? You were convinced.
Okay, here's the deal. Here's the deal with regards to politics. Regardless of whether I'm convinced, it's the people on the fence that were nervous about it that had to be convinced. And I think enough people will be convinced by her lies that she's not a leftist.
But you didn't say that. You said I was convinced.
I was convinced that she won the debate. I mean, and maybe it was a bad choice of words, but I was convinced that she won the debate by getting the people on the fence. I think she got some people on the fence.
Again, you say the word fence. I would prefer you use the word wall. Because have you ever sat on a fence?
No. Okay. Who were on? Okay. That's probably a good point. Well, I've sat on a fence before. Yes, I have. Yeah. And I'm looking at the time right now. So
you believe that she lied?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And liberals tend to lie, don't they?
Politicians tend to lie, but liberals tend to lie more than conservatives.
Politicians more.
Yes.
So when she said that she didn't want to ban fracking, I can give you clips on YouTube from a week ago, days ago, a month ago, where she claims she wants to ban fracking. Same thing with Joe. Joe doesn't want to ban fracking. He doesn't want to take your money. He doesn't want to make your life more difficult with more regulations and more taxes. No, Joe is just a sweet old man, and when he anally rapes you, he'll have a smile on his face, just as if he was touching a 14-year-old girl on the breast in public in the White House. Yes.
Well, we all know that Howard will always go more inflammatory.
Are you voting for Joe, Mr. Midnight Movie?
Touching.
No, I won't. But I mean,
You voting for Joe?
well, I'm voting for Joe right now, which is the person in the room. But no, I will not be supporting. I won't be supporting Mr. Biden.
My electronics must have thrown a transistor somewhere. Did you say you're voting for Joe?
That's right. He meant me.
I meant Joey. But as far as the presidential race is concerned, I will not be supporting Biden. No, but I don't want to get into who I support because I we have a nonprofit and I don't want to get into who I support. I do. I mean, look.
I don't think that's counted in the transparency.
Are you milquetoast, Mr. Midnight Movie? Are you afraid?
Sometimes. I'm afraid. Let me just say this. I am absolutely afraid of the anti-racist left. I think they're vindictive, and they do hold more power. I mean, this whole George Floyd incident, and even incidences before that, showed that they hold a lot of power within large corporations and within the government. So, am I afraid of them? Yeah, because they could hurt. They could try to hurt me economically. A lot of people are afraid of them.
Have no doubt that if they get elected, they will hurt you economically.
Yeah, no, I don't doubt that at all.
Will you be leaving the United States for Panama?
You know what? I'm going to weigh in all my options of whether I want to stay in the United States. I probably will leave the state of California sooner or later.
Will you be sitting on a fence?
You know what? Like I said, right now, I'm going to weigh all my options, and I'm going to be looking into leaving. Yeah. So Darren just said the police shot a man for sleeping at the Wendy's, and yesterday they shot a man for trying to shake his hand. Writing to CNN. Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. They tried to shoot a man for what?
Darren said the police shot a man for sleeping at the Wendy's, and yesterday they shot a man for trying to shake his hand.
I'm not understanding that. Shaking whose hand?
I'm not sure. Maybe they were trying to.
Did you understand that story as written?
No, But let's.
Americans and people in general across the world have settled for much less than what we deserve. When somebody calls me on the phone, I got a call from a lawyer the other day who called me from his mobile phone while driving. And this schmuck who wanted money from me called me in speakerphone mode in his car while driving down the highway. I long for the days of the copper wire and the long cord used to be attached to the kitchen phone when conversations were clearer. When people would call you and they wouldn't think of calling you from a car while honking the horn and driving down the road and leaving it on speakerphone because he didn't even have the common courtesy to use a proper noise-canceling headset so that I had to pick out what he said and only hear maybe 75%.
How rude.
Very rude. So we are settling for much less lately. We no longer have audiophile records or albums, no mobile fidelity sound lab recordings for anybody anymore. We don't listen to music on $300 or $400 speakers or $1,000 Bose 901s. No longer can we do that. Now we listen on crappy speakers from our computers, and we listen to music, and we play them on our headphones, or computers. So we have settled for much, much less. Why, as Americans, are we settling for this dreck, this substitute for what should be proper and quality speech? Why would we settle for a Joe Biden, a man who obviously has mental faculties that are not up to snuff? Why would anybody give this man the nuclear football when he can't keep a thought in his head? How could anyone, and anyone who puts this man up and props him up to be something that he's not, who will ultimately have control of the nuclear football, why would anyone do that? And those people who do that are committing treason. They are sabotaging the country. Why do we settle for this dreck? And do you really
It's
believe
been one poke in the eye after the next all year long. This isn't the first thing, but it's certainly maybe one of the worst things. Joe Biden, this. Am I in cuckoo land? What the hell is that? It's ridiculous. It really is. It really is. The country should be ashamed of itself for not fighting back against that. That is not the best person to be. There's much better, more highly qualified and able people out there, everywhere, even in Thailand.
Yeah, I mean.
You mean like Kamala Harris?
Well, I wouldn't even say Kamala Harris. I mean, I'm surprised. Look, I mean, why he even picked Kamala Harris? It kind of baffles me to why these things are happening, and it kind of think.
Mr. Midnight Movie may be blacker than she is.
I would not doubt that.
She's an Indian. When did she become black?
I'm not. Well, isn't her father Jamaican, and wasn't Jamaica inhabited by black Africans?
Indian. Where was her father born?
Jamaica. Her father's Jamaican.
No, he wasn't born there.
Really?
I don't believe so.
I'd have to look that up.
He was born in Jamaica.
So are you saying that, because I know that they have Indians, like they have people from India in Jamaica. Are you saying that she's 100%, she's not, there's no black African, sub-Saharan African in her?
I believe so. Where was Kamala Harris' father born? I'm going to ask Google that question. Actually, I'm going to ask Start Page. Let's see.
Now, Susie says,
renowned professor. She was born in Oakland. All right, I don't give
Susie
a shit.
says you're an expatriate. You have no say what goes on in this country.
Where was his father? Where was his father born? Oh, I take that back. He does look like a black man. All right, never mind. He's not an Indian. So she's half black. Fuck her. She looks Indian to me.
Well, no, she looks like she's, I would never have said that, by the way. And to me, it's irrelevant. I mean, whether she's an Indian or she's, I mean, what they would have said is a person of color, a POC, which is a...
No, that's not what people say. That's what people are told to say, but that's not what people would say. They would say that she's an Indian. She looks Indian.
No, she looks black. She looks part black. She looks like she definitely looks like...
I don't think she's black at all.
I disagree with you. I absolutely... Well, that we're going to have to agree to disagree on that. She's part Indian,
with a black woman.
A black African.
Have you ever slept with a black woman, Mr. Midnight Movie?
I'm not going to get into who I've slept with here, but I mean...
Have you ever slept with an Indian woman, Mr. Midnight Movie?
No, I can say that. But that's neither here nor there. What?
I slept with both, and I will tell you that from my expertise, which you lack, She looks Indian, not black.
Okay, I don't know what the relevancy. I know that she's come off as a black woman, but to me, the issue that she lied about was fracking, and she's been in favor of that. And my opinion still stands.
She lied about many things other than fracking.
Well, she said mostly peaceful protests. That's also kind of a lie as well. And if I were to run the Trump-Pence campaign,
did you feel sorry for her? Did you hear her almost cry several times last night?
no. And no, I wouldn't feel sorry for her.
She cried. Did it sound like she was going to cry?
I don't think so.
Well, that's what she sounded like to me.
Well, maybe.
That little cute girl face, like the little cutesy girl sound, like what was that the stupid woman that said that she was raped by Justice Kavanaugh?
Oh, Blasey Ford?
Yeah, she had the same little girl believe me sound as Blasey Ford did, where she got real small and said, "Please believe me. He raped me. He took off my no he didn't. He took off my clothes and he raped me in the hallway. And I don't know how I got home, but I was attacked." Kamala Harris lied more than once last night.
So who do you think won the debate?
I thought Pence won that debate hands down. He never lost his cool. He never smirked. He never got upset, never showed any emotion. He was clear sailing through the entire debate, and he dominated that discussion with the moderator, who couldn't control, which I thought his ability to gain extra time was flawless. It worked quite well.
And of course, we had the fly.
I never saw the fly.
Now, did you look at the CNN? Did you look at the
flies? If you wish to talk about the flies, you will have to talk about the fly that also did the same thing to Barack Obama.
It did.
Yeah. By the way, Howard, did you look at the CNN poll? It says differently. It has a different view than you did.
Oh, I'm sorry. CNN differs from what I think. Oh, what a surprise!
Yes.
Oh, I guess I'll change my way of thinking. I'm going to go out and have a food tasting with Hurricane Bean. I want to spread Boursin cheese on a cracker.
Again, I want to repeat what Susie said. That you are an expatriate, you have no say in this country, and then she said later, like as in goodbye.
Well, I don't know who Susie. I don't know who is Susie.
Susie, she's one of our mystery fans who's very leftist.
Is she?
Yeah,
well,
she's
you
a
can
leftist.
tell Susie she can go fuck herself, because I have a vote that's right now winding its way to America. I have a vote going back to Pennsylvania. So when Susie says that I have no say, unlike the Democrats, I have only one vote, because I only voted once. I didn't vote twice or three times or collected ballots like Susie probably did. And Susie can go fuck herself, because I don't know who she is, but where I choose to live is my business. And where I choose to live doesn't affect who I vote for or whether or not I'm an American citizen. And if Susie is on the left, if Susie is a leftist, I would say that she is a seditionist piece of shit who does not love America. She probably hates America and wishes to destroy it. So Susie, go fuck yourself.
There we go. But let me now Pennsylvania is a battleground state.
Yes, my vote could be the sway in the election. Imagine that.
Absolutely, it certainly can, unless it gets lost. But Pennsylvania is a battleground state.
I have a tracking number. I know that it will get there.
Let me ask you this: do you know any Biden supporters in Pennsylvania, and what is the consensus in Pennsylvania on whether? Because
my my sister is a Biden supporter. In fact, my sister plans on voting my dead father's ballot in about a week. And she tells her Facebook friends that. I have Project Veritas waiting for her.
Really? Okay.
I kid you not.
Now, has your sister always been a liberal, or did she vote for Trump? Did she vote for Trump?
I don't know, but I suspect that she has always been a liberal because she's one of those very fat, very obese, very tree trunks for legs, very disgusting type of Democrat socialists who think nothing of voting a dead man's ballot and boasting about it on Facebook.
That's not very good. So,
no, I have project. When I tell you I have Project Veritas waiting in the wings, I have Project Veritas waiting in the wings.
well, that will be an interesting topic, Howard. I will get to that a little bit.
Make her famous.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you could make her famous. By the way, I'm running out of time. I do have somewhere to go. So,
now, where do you have to go? I'm sorry. Is there a sale on Slurpees?
yes. Well, I don't want to go into where I'm going, but I do have somewhere to go. This is, and I'm gonna name you Inflammatory Howard. Or I'm just gonna call you Inflammatory. But
Will you be getting a Slurpee on the way?
Probably not. Probably not. All right. Is there anything else to add? Is there anything else to add? By the way, let me finish. Is there anything else to add before I call this show a day?
Nope. I think we got this here. Howard, any last word?
Yes. Will you be driving with your Slurpee?
Yes. I'll drive with my Slurpee. Hey guys, I want to say this: like and subscribe.
Where will you put this Slurpee? I want you to think about
Howard, stifle yourself. I'm ending the show. I would go longer, but I can't. Hey guys,
why not?
Two in a row. Good shows by Howard. I will add. He's on a roll.
Okay, guys, like and subscribe.
Why would you?
Howard, let me finish the damn show. I don't have time. I'm just going to finish it right there.
Where are you going, Mr. Midnight Movie? Tell us. Where are you going driving with your Slurpee?
That's it. I hung up. Look, Howard got some very high-powered Viagra. Don't mind him. Just carry on. Finish it up, and we'll get out of here.
It hurt my Stoic. But hey, guys, like and subscribe. And if you don't like the show, like I've gotten about 9 likes before. Actually, it got less. I don't know why, but I had 9 likes, and then I had like 13 dislikes for the last show, and then it became less. I don't know how that happened, but
well, you can take them off, I guess. People can remove them. So thank you, and make sure you like the show.
Like and subscribe and share the video. Those who like this video, share it. You may not agree with it. I mean, to me, Howard is a little bit on the inflammatory side, but I appreciate him calling. He is entertaining. So thank you for listening. Again, like and subscribe and share the video. Thank you.